Hey there, planners. I'm going to Italy this spring on a family vacation, which I am super excited about. And I can't wait to show you my bullet journal spreads and layouts for the months and weeks that I am on this vacation. But I've been using my bullet journal for over a year now to help me plan every aspect of this trip. Vacation planning can be a little bit stressful, but if you use the right templates in your bullet journal, it really becomes easy to keep up with all the details. Today I'm going to be walking through some of my favorite tools for your journal that will help you plan flawlessly the vacation of your dreams. So if you've got a big trip coming up or you're thinking about a vacation, stay tuned for how you can use your bullet journal to help make it easy. So with that, let's get planning. So the earliest stages of trip planning is research. This is the first thing we do when we're getting ready to plan a trip, and a bullet journal spread to help us capture those ideas is a great way to start. You can also use a Pinterest board to collect information online. I have a Pinterest board linked in the description box below to help support your vacation planning. Check that link out if you need ideas. So for research, we really want to cover the basics in this early stage, and those include flights, or maybe for you it's road trip options. You want to look into lodging. Where are you going to stay while you're there? What are the different options? Airbnb, home rentals, hotels, things like that. You want to look at the type of activities that you want to do. So what are the fun things to do or things that your family would be interested in while you're on this trip? Definitely want to check out food. So where are the good eat spots? What are the dining experiences that you want to make sure you have? Collect those ideas. You want to look into transportation. So how are you going to get around the area when you're there? Whether it's renting a car or using a city transit system, you want to look into those options. One important thing you want to look into are what are the events that are going on at your destination location at the time frame that you're considering. So for example, if there's a major parade or event during the time frame that you're looking at, maybe you want to make sure you plan your trip for that time frame or plan your trip to avoid that time frame. You want to look at seasonal weather to help you select the best time to go. So is spring the best time to go, or is fall the best time to go? You want to check out the weather of your destination. And then if you're into shopping, you want to take a look at the type of shopping that you can do. This simple spread helps us capture all of those aspects. So for example, if we're planning a trip to London, in our early research days, we want to capture what are the type of things we want to do in London, what are the type of food and dining experiences we want to have, what are the great places to shop, and what are some ideas for places that we can stay, whether it's Airbnb or hotels or other options. This very simple spread can be used to help you capture your initial ideas and then come back to when you get into the real logistics planning. So the next spread I want to go through with you, which is really handy for any trip that we plan, is a general travel checklist. And this takes different time frames as we're getting closer to the day of our trip, and what are those key activities that we need to be taking care of in those time frames. 3+ months out can be up to a year or more away from your trip, and that's really when you're starting to get ready for the trip. You're doing things like flight reservations, getting your passports or visas, making lodging reservations, getting vaccinations, and purchasing your travel gear. 1 to 3 months out, you're getting more specific. So you're looking into booking someone to stay with your pet or for them to stay somewhere if they're not traveling with you. You're refilling your prescriptions. You're learning the languages and key phrases of any place you might be going that doesn't speak your native language. You're getting an international travel license, a phone plan, purchasing those event tickets, things like that. 1 week away from your vacation, you're getting into those very specific activities like taking care of things at the house while you won't be there, paying bills, cleaning out your refrigerator, holding the mail, giving a house key to a friend or family member. You want to Download Google Maps to your phone so that you can use them offline at your destination. Book your ride to the airport. Reconfirm all of your reservations. These are things that we should be doing about 1 week out. The day before we leave, we want to complete the packing, check the weather again, lock up all our valuables, fully charge our electronics. So these are the items that we should be doing the day before. And then there are just a couple of items to make sure that we take care of before we leave the house on the day of our trip. So there's a lot here, and you probably won't use all of it for every trip, but it's great to have a reference to help you remember the things to do and when to do them as you're planning any vacation. This next spread is one I call the plan. This is all the key information for the vacation that I would use right before we leave or actually during the vacation. So you would capture flight or travel information, any hotel information like reservation numbers or address, phone number, key contacts, specific reservations that you have for dining or events, the weather as it's projected to be so that you have a reference there, and then a section for each day of the trip so that you can capture your itinerary or key events with times. This is kind of like the game plan and home base of the vacation. I consider this to be a critical page in my bullet journal when I'm vacation planning. Okay, the last spread we're going to go over is one of the most handy that I keep in my bullet journal, and this is the ultimate packing list. This includes way more stuff than you should ever take on a single vacation. But the purpose of this page is to have everything located on one 2-page spread so that I can use this as a reference for specific trips. I have sections of packing items across the page, and pretty much everything you could possibly think of listed there. For example, toiletries. So I've got everything from toothbrushes to hair products to tissues, Q-tips, all kinds of things listed there, because what I may need in one trip could be different than in another trip, but I've got a master list here. Makeup is the same way, clothing items, shoes, accessories, travel gear like laundry bag, water bottle, money belts, Ziploc bags, all the medications that I might want to consider taking, things that are my essentials like passport, driver's license, emergency contacts, business cards, and then my tech options like phone, laptop, portable batteries, adapters or converters if you need those for where you're going, memory cards, and of course, my journal and my pens. So this is really your master list to pull from based on the specific vacation needs that you have for the trip that you're planning. So that wraps up the 4 spreads for your bullet journal that I think are going to help you plan a great vacation for your family. Here's a preview of how I'm using some of those spreads in my own bullet journal for my upcoming trip to Italy. I'll share this and more with you in future videos. If you found this content helpful, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy bullet journal content, subscribe to Plannin' Annie because that's what we do here. Thanks for planning with me, and I'll see you next time.